Hey Disney family, welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a Walt Disney World shopping haul. Holy smokes, we had a lot of fun. We'll leave it at that. But I thought we would kind of do a video over all the things that we bought. I'm going to include the things we bought for our kids too, just in case people who have never been kind of want to see what is available for the children. Some of this stuff can be bought on the Shop Parks app. Some of it also can be purchased through Shop Disney, even though Shop Disney and Disney World are two separate entities. Sometimes they cross over. Not everything is available through the Shop Parks app. Some stuff, it'll actually say in-store only on that app, so just an FYI. But some things like the plush, certain pins, other things, they can be purchased from that Shop Park app too. It will let you know if it is a park-specific item. We had a ton of fun. I am surrounded by Disney bags. I've got tons of stuff to go over. I'm gonna start with though what we bought our children. My daughter has her own little Christmas tree and it's got a few little Disney things on it, mainly Ariel. But Disney World comes out with these really nice princess ornaments, so we always try to get her a few. Right now she only has Ariel on her tree. Set back, I believe we have Ariel in a dress, Belle, and I believe Cinderella, and they're like, you know, this big and they're covered in glitter and they're really, really nice. Well, when we went to Disney, we went ahead and picked up a couple of more. Let me see if I can, they're in these nifty little wrapped up things. See if I can pinpoint them, because we also picked up my son an ornament. They were having a sale. I think they were normally $24.99, and they were having a sale that if you bought three, they went down to $20. So we went ahead and picked up three, obviously, why not, and got those. So let me see if I can, wow, they really taped this thing. They got some pretty nice ones out this year. So yes, there we go. The first ornament that we got her was Snow White. So I will let you take a look at her there. She is beautiful, covered in glitter, all the way down to her little toes. Love that one. Had to get her, obviously, being Snow White. She was not in the first round, I guess, of princesses that they did, getting the rest of them out here. So when I saw her, I was like, oh yeah, gotta get her. There's no reason why we wouldn't get her. Gotta have Snow White. It wouldn't be a Christmas tree without her on there. And then let's see what this one is. They really do wrap these things. Ah, yeah, here we go. This is the one we got my son for his Christmas tree. So we got him Baymax, covered in lights. He is really a lot of fun. They had some that were just like red, green, and white lights, but I'm like, nah, come on. He needs to have all the multicolored lights, because my son's tree, it's a 7.5-foot flock tree. It has white and the big colored bulbs on there. So definitely needed to get the one of colored lights. And then this last one, I think is Tiana. I'm pretty sure that's the one we landed on there to get her. But I don't remember. Yeah, Tiana. Okay, so just like Snow White, she is covered in glitter and really, really awesome. The detail on these ornaments is actually really, really nice. You can see there. Just a little bit of it, but yeah, these are normally $21.99, and yeah, if you bought three, you got them for $20. Ooh, big sale. I believe Baymax may have been, no, they were all $21.99. Oh well, but yeah, they were having a sale, so you saved a couple of bucks on each one, basically is what it boiled down to. So those were the ornaments that we bought our kids. I'm gonna set that bag aside. A few other things we got them, just kind of silly miscellaneous stuff. We were there in the parks every night until late, so there was always night shows and parades and all that kind of stuff. So we got each kid a little light up toy to have during the parade. So for my daughter, we got her this little Elsa light up one. You can see there, it just lights up. Now these little dots that you see spinning, they actually put snowflakes on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there you go. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It puts little snowflake images on whatever it is that you're shining on. So it's got 3 settings, so you can see it goes a little slower. And then this one kind of is all of them. She loved it. It was fun waving it around in the dark at everybody that was passing by. And then my oldest son got this wizard wand, phantasmic sword, I guess, if you will. It is pretty crazy. It too has 3 settings, so you can change it. He loves this thing. He got one the last time we were there, and unfortunately, my 2-year-old got a hold of it about a year ago, so it would have been about 1, and broke it in half. So he said, Daddy, 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 please can I get a new one? And yeah, he got a new one, obviously. And then my youngest son got this little Buzz Lightyear thing where if you squeeze his legs, you can see there, it spins and lights up. Super annoying, but they're like rubber, so if it hits you, it doesn't hurt. So I thought, oh, perfect. It won't hurt him if he's sitting there going like this and it hits him in the face. So each of the little spinning things has a Z on it for Zurg. I think it's pretty cool. They do light up. Not as well as the other ones, but he still enjoyed himself, so it's all good. We gave each kid a budget, and they did pretty well. We went over it by a little bit on each kid, and you'll see why here in a moment. But they did pretty good for the most part, not asking for a million things. They did do pretty well. My oldest son wanted this wonderful little die-cast metal bus. So it's got Mickey on one side, and then on the other side it's got Goofy, and it says Disney Transport on both sides. So of course there's the doors. So kind of, you know, to look like the buses that take you back and forth between the parks. He also, the last time we went, got a replica of the monorail, which again, well, he didn't help either, but my 2-year-old got a hold of it, broke it. So we did allow him to get a new one. So this is his new monorail. It does have wheels on it. These little connector things are so flimsy and so cheap. He doesn't really play with this very much, but there were 3 versions. He wanted the one with the black stripe, so he got the one with the black stripe, which that's fine, you know, it's all good. Then each kid picked out, let's see here, there it is. They had these really cute baby in a satchel plushes of all the characters, and we got my youngest son, Daniel, his first, and we found it in Animal Kingdom, and we passed it behind him like, we haven't bought anything for Daniel yet. We've so got to get him this. And so we had this was normally stitched to his head, but these cute little stuffed animal. I mean, come on, seriously, look at that. Who's not gonna buy that for their kid? But they do come out, so you can, you know, get them out of their little satchels. But we did get Daniel Simba, who I thought was just too darn cute to leave there, and he sleeps with him every night. He's in his crib, but he just wraps right back up and Velcros. So we got Daniel Simba, and then my daughter found Minnie in the same way. So she of course wanted Minnie because she loves Minnie. And then my oldest son, even though he's 6, insisted that he needed one. Well, he still had some money left in his budget, so he got the Santa Mickey. We tried to find Elena the Christmas Minnie, but we couldn't find her anywhere. Came home, and it turns out she is sold out everywhere, even on Shop Disney. Shop Disney had them, but now not for very long. So, and then they also had another one that I was like, oh, but I'm like, I'm a big boy. I don't need anything like that. And then my wife bought it for me. And it's Stitch, and he's adorable. And I have left mine all like intact. His tags are still on. This is all still, because I obviously don't sleep with mine. He stays in my collection. But he was so cute, and my wife surprised me by keeping that a secret until we got home, which I thought was really fun. Let's see here. My daughter also got, with a little bit of influence from her dad, this cool Ariel doll that was released for the parks only. She is in her wedding gown. This is, of course, there's in English and French. Elena has a collection of special dolls. She has a Mattel Cinderella that's still in its box, a Hasbro Belle that's still in its box, and now an Ariel that is going to stay in its box. So she knows not to play with these, and she's fine with that. She doesn't put up a fuss at all, so that's cool. And then, let's see here. At Epcot, I kind of splurged a fuzz, and I got my wife something very, very nice. This was actually kind of a hard purchase for me, only because of the history behind all of it. My grandparents were in Japan for some time. My grandpa was stationed there. My dad was actually born in Japan. So the love of Japan is, my kitty's right here, is pretty deep. I grew up hearing a lot of things about it. My grandma brought home a lot of stuff, and grandpa brought home a lot of stuff from Japan. And so also I love fine jewelry. So my wife has a pretty large collection of that too. So if you combine Japan and fine jewelry, you end up with Mikimoto pearls. So I did purchase my wife her very first, because she does not have any, set of pearls. And I'll get them out here so you guys can see them. They're all in these cute little Mikimoto boxes. And they're nothing special. The box has a little push thing that you gotta hit there in order to unlock. And they're just little studs. I think they're 5mm AAA grade in 18 karat yellow gold. I've always wanted to buy her a pair of pearls. I think that's kind of a staple in every woman's wardrobe. So I finally did get her a pair, and I figure if I'm only gonna get her one pair, I'm gonna get her the best of the best. So, but the reason that one was hard was the gal that was working the counter at the Mikimoto sales portion of the Japan, I guess, tourist area where they get you. She was from Osaka, and I kind of struck up a conversation with her regarding everything, and she was really, really sweet. I ended up actually walking away and didn't buy anything, and then I thought, you know what, nope, I'm going back and I'm gonna buy them. So she, of course, got them out for me, laid them out on this beautiful velvet little display thing. A gal came over, they had to actually read to each other the numbers on the earrings based on their inventory and double check that, you know, everything matched. They then escorted me over to the cashier. They wouldn't even let me touch anything. They did everything for me, minus signing my name. It was really kind of almost like a little ceremonial purchase, I guess. And when it was all said and done, they both gave a double bow, which struck a chord, still does. And that really meant a lot. And I think they could tell that. So that was pretty cool. But my wife loves them, so that is good. But yeah, that was kind of my splurge for her. She ended up getting for herself also an Epcot in China, and it's just kind of a silly little purchase, but these little earrings, they're really sparkly little things, and a little necklace set that matches. So in Little China, they've got this beautiful little area where they've got all these really nice little neckline mannequin type things, where you can pick out some jewelry. I mean, they're not, I think these were like 40 bucks, so they weren't super expensive. But she got herself a bracelet there the last time, and this time she got that. So it's just some fun little things. I also bought for my wife, she does have a Pandora bracelet. I got her, let's see if I can get this turned around here. Let's see, Pandora tag's in the way. A little dancing Minnie and Mickey. Let's see if you guys can see that there. Dangle charm. Yes, I spoil my wife. No, I don't care what you think. So that was basically it on the park stuff. I'll get to a few other things here in a moment. At Disney Springs, I did make a purchase there. I actually picked this up for a friend, but I did want to show it to you guys. It is a limited release vintage Mickey and Minnie plush set. So I don't know how many of these are made. It just says limited release, but I'll show you guys there. They do look like they are straight from way back in whenever it was that they would have been made. The back of the box does show Walt Disney himself with a bunch of these plushes. So they are made to look like the originals. So if you want to pause it there, you can, and kind of read a little bit about what these are. Yeah, my friend out in California was really wanting a set of these, and I said, well, you know what, if I can find them, I'll pick them up for you. And sure enough, I found them. So these are coming to you. If you're watching my video, you know who you are. And then for myself, I really didn't purchase a whole lot of anything for myself except for pins. I may have gone a little overboard on pins, but I had a lot of fun. They're all in this bag right here. We stayed at the Art of Animation, so I'll start with that one. They did have a limited edition Art of Animation ornament pin, and you can see there it does say Art of Animation, limited release, limited edition, Happy Holidays 2018. And it opens up, and one of the units you can stay in Art of Animation is the cars. We actually stayed in cars the last time we were there. This time we were in the Little Mermaid, but you can see there it's got Lightning McQueen and Tow Mater, or Mater, I guess I should say, but it is a hinge pin, so you can see that there. Retail was $16.99. It has 2 Mickey head backs. When it's limited edition, I don't know that they put the number on the back of these, how many they made. I don't I'm gonna take it off. I usually don't take off my pins off the backing, but I'll take this one off. So let's see if it says on the back what the limited edition run on these is, if I can get it off. All right, so it says limited edition of 1500. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's the waffle Mickey head and then the pin trading logo, made in China. But yeah, limited edition of 1500, and that you could only get this one at the Art of Animation. So I went up to the desk. I didn't see any in their pin section at our gift shop there at Art of Animation, but the back's back on. And so I went up and I said, hey, do you guys have any exclusives for this year? And she goes, yep, that's up by the register. Go ahead and grab yourself one. So there was the limited edition Happy Holidays 2018 Art of Animation pin. And then at Epcot, right when you walk in behind, oh gosh, don't hate me, I just forgot the name of it. Spaceship Earth or whatever that one is. Oh my gosh, the big ball, holy smokes, I'm feeling really dumb right at the moment. There's a little tiny pin stand, and they had some other limited release. So they weren't limited edition, just limited release. Festival of Holidays 2018, so I got Chip and Dale. Man, my hand is shaking, sorry about that. It's a pin-on-pin design, so you can see there. And then this one's retail, I think was $14.99. Maybe you can see it. It too has two backs, really thick cardboard, so you can't bend it to see like if there's a number or anything on the back, but I just thought those guys are really cute, so I got those ones. And then the other limited, this one is a limited edition pin that I picked up while I was down there. This also was at Epcot at that same pin stand, was the one and only Stitch. This is also another pin on pin, and it also moves, so you can see he's putting on his little antlers and moose eyes and nose there. This one is limited edition, so now I'm curious. I want to see how many of them there were. I'm gonna take the back off of this one too. Let's see if I can get it off without ruining the pack. Okay, so this one is limited edition of 5,000. So I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, 5,000. So quite a few of that one. Most Stitch limited edition stuff they do make a lot of. He's not a super popular character, which is why I'm surprised they did a limited edition pin of him. Me, however, I love Stitch, so I'm glad I got that one. And the rest of what I got was from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. So this one, it was a Happy Holidays 2018 pin. It's another pin-on-pin design. Retail was $16.99, and it says Happy Holidays 2018, and it's Belle and Lumiere making a snowman of Lumiere. This is a limited edition pin, and they made 3,500 of this one. I'm not gonna take it off the back, I was able to see. So that's pretty cool. And then the other one is a logo pin for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas, limited release. So this is not limited edition, just limited release, and it is a dangle. But it's got Mickey and Minnie in the castle, and then Mickey's Very Merry Christmas 2018 on there. And then the other pin that I got, and this is the only other pin that I did buy for myself, was Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party 2018 limited edition. This is another pin-on-pin hinge design. It's a Christmas wreath, and you can see there it has the Very Merry Christmas logo 2018, and then it does hinge open and to reveal Peter Pan and Tinkerbell on a lamppost with a, looks like a Christmas bow with glitter on it. So these ones have like little crystals. I don't know if you can see them very well on there. On the wreath, there's some glitter in the bow. Really, really cool pin. I went on a budget and I wanted to make sure I stayed at or around it, but boy, if I didn't have a budget. That wreath pin, there was also Alice in Wonderland, and a couple of others that you could get. I just wanted that one, it's the only one I really liked. But they did have a set. Those were limited edition, and I don't know what number or however many, I'll take it off real quick. But what they did was, there was the 4 you could purchase, and then there was a set of 5 that you had to buy together, and it had a wreath pin just like this, but it had Woody and Jessie in it, but it came with the other 4. That was $125. These were only $16.99 each. So I was like, I think of that one they made $1,000. And then another pin set, or maybe $750, I can't remember which. And then another pin set was 6 of these. It had the 4 that everyone could buy, the Woody and Jessie, and then a Snow White and Dopey. And they only made 500 of that, and that pin set was $280, way too much money. So okay, I've got the back off this one. Yep, limited edition of 5,500. So they did make quite a few of the 4 there. I don't know if that's gonna come into play or come into focus or not for you. But yeah, this is the only one I really liked. I would have loved to have gotten the Snow White one. That would have been great, but nope, not for $280. So now the Belle and Lumiere one, there were a few others. There was Huey, Dewey, and Louie one. There was an Anna, Elsa, and Olaf one. And there's another one. The only one I personally liked was the Belle one, so that is the one that we purchased. Other than that, I believe, I'm checking all my bags here, I believe that's it. Like I said, we didn't go whole hog. Christmas was coming, so we didn't want to buy the kids too much. We ourselves, I mean, we got a few things, obviously some pins. My wife got some jewelry, and of course my little Stitch. But we weren't there to purchase for ourselves. We did buy my dad a gift there for Christmas because he really, really wanted it, but then put it back. And I know he really, really wanted it because he just said something. So we went back and picked it up. I'm glad we did. So that is wrapped and under the tree. And then there's actually 2 more things. I'm actually going to take you down real quick and take you over to my Christmas tree. I knew there was 2 more items, I just missed them. And show you those 2 things real fast. All right, so the first one is this beautiful blown glass ornament. You can see there it's got the castle and Mickey and Minnie, but it's got like this red ribbon and snow, and this was just really, really pretty. And my wife and I both were like, yeah, we're gonna buy that. It's got snowflakes on the sides of it, all sparkly and pretty. And then the other ornament that we bought for ourselves, I had to have, was this Mary Poppins. She was only available in the parks. And thank God I waited all week, and at the last moment when we were walking out, I asked at the Art of Animation ink and paint shop, I said, I don't see any, but do you by chance have any? And the guy's like, oh yeah, we got some in back. So he brought me out one. And I am so happy that I asked because I love Mary Poppins. So those were the last 2 items that we did buy. And yeah, we had a lot of fun. I tell you, it was hard to pick some things, but these ones, they were like no-brainers. Okay, so that was our Disney haul. Like I said, not a whole lot, but enough. Enough money was spent, trust me. Some of these things were not cheap. But that's okay. We always allow for a little bit of storage room. You know, and then we just had some fun. Yeah, there was a couple of times we spent a little money on food that, you know, we wouldn't have been able to get on the snack or on the meal plan. In Japan, I got some sushi because I love sushi. I got a couple of drinks because sometimes they're needed. But no, it's more just for fun. They had this really neat little drink stand in Epcot, so I got a drink there, and I think I got a drink also in Animal Kingdom. They had a slushie that looked really, really good, and so I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. $12 though, whew! So that was a little bit of my spending money. But again, all well worth it. It was a blast. We're really happy with everything that we got the kids. They absolutely loved everything. They haven't gotten their ornaments yet. They will. Those are kind of waiting in the whatever, so probably next year or so we'll give them to them. But yeah, so that was our haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. We really did have a great time. The week went by so much faster than our last trip did. I don't know if it's because we had more packed in or what, but it just, boom, done. We started planning this trip November of 2017. We booked it November 21st, 2017, 22nd around there maybe, and it is now December 18th, 2018. So done, just like that. Year gone. I just cannot believe how fast that year went. We are still kind of, as you can see, I've got dark circles. We are still catching up on sleep from it. We got up early every day and we stayed up late every single day that we were there because we wanted to get every single minute, squeeze every second we could out of every day that we were there. It was an absolute blast. So I'm glad you guys have tagged along on the videos with me. I love sharing what we did. We cannot wait for our next trip. It'll probably be another couple of years before we go back. We do try to go every 2 years. We don't go every year just because expenses. They are not a cheap trip. And you know, we like to see family too, and so we take a year off and go see some family instead, which is just as much fun. We love spending time with family. So we probably will do another Disney trip next year. I mean, you never know. 2019 can hold all kinds of stuff. We just don't know yet. But more than likely it'll be 2020 before we go back. And of course we'll do more videos then. So thanks again, guys. This is another special video. Normally I do videos every Saturday. So if you like what we're doing, hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. I've got one more video that's gonna be like mid of the week. I'm gonna do a review on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas and our resort. And then it'll start back on Saturdays. So we will get that all taken care of, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, everybody.